Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the No Strings Attached show. I'm your co-host Roger. Alongside me, we have Camille, and of course, our household Spurs fan, who I'm sure is incredibly happy today. But when you're watching this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Help us grow the show day by day. Especially if you're here in Australia, support your local sports show. Man, let's get right into tonight's show, man. The Spurs will face the New York Knicks in the NBA Finals. Amazing result. What a series. But before I hand it over to the lads, I just want to say a few things here, Austin and Camille. Chet shot the ball twice. Luke Cornett should be a saint after today's game. And just a few facts, a few stats here. Wemby becomes the third player to score 175 plus points, 15 blocks in a conference finals. The other two guys are Shaq and Hakeem. So great company. And Stefan Castle, players with at least 125 points and 15 assists in the Western Conference Finals. This century, you have Kobe, Russell Westbrook, SGA, and now Stefan Castle. Austin, talk to me, man.
And to add another player to this board, Julian Champagny, one of only three players besides Steph Curry and Klay Thompson to make 6+ threes in a Game 7
Game
in a
7.
conference finals. So
Great company.
Great company for all of these young guys in San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
And I am the happiest man alive. And you know what the best part about this game was? It wasn't a one-man show. This game truly was team basketball. And you know what today was? Today was a game too late for SGA. Unfortunately, that man played like an MVP tonight. He did. He played literally like an MVP tonight. I remember in the third quarter or second quarter seeing they were shooting, I think it was 70% from the field. It was ridiculous. He was banging home every shot. It's just that he performed in a legacy game and his team didn't show up. Alex Caruso, Chet Holmgren, where were you guys? You disappeared. You dissipated. I remember seeing a stat that Shea scored, I think it was like 31 points, and the rest of the starters shot 14 in like the fourth quarter. That was ridiculous. That was a ridiculous stat, and it's an unfortunate ending for Oklahoma because seriously, for your main man to have had his final game where he actually shot well from the field, everyone else did not show up. But on the flip side, Victor Wembanyama, Western Conference Finals MVP. We all in agreement of that that Finals MVP to be going to Wemby. Is there any discourse about Steph Castle holding SGA to those minimal field goal shots made?
No, Stefan Castle did his thing, but Wemby is the jewel.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
he was the man. He was the man on a mission. We were happy with the emotions that Wemby showed at the end of that game. He's brought passion.
I love that man.
He has truly brought passion back to basketball. It was great to see.
He's crying. He let the fans touch his Western Conference Finals trophy. That was amazing. Just an all around great player to root for. Camille, what do you think?
I mean, first of all, congratulations. The Spurs deserve that one because that was a good team effort, and that was that the only game in this 7-game series where this whole Spurs team played well?
Yeah,
everybody.
I don't think everyone.
What
did.
about game one? It's so long ago. I don't even remember.
Vassell did not play up to his standard.
I mean,
but like you're gonna have that on in a team.
Look, if you have 9 from 10 guys, showing up, then I'm Vassell. Get in the bus. Driving today, but that's okay. But team effort. That what it was. Yeah. Team effort. Wemby didn't play sensational. He hit shots when he needed to hit them. He hit some stupid shots. Took too many weird threes, but he hit 3 from 5. So the other two, there's just some wild shots that he's sometimes taking. Like also, shot, misses by a mile, brick, offensive rebound, goes back to him, and he takes another. He doesn't care. He forgets like 2 seconds into, he's like shooter mentality. Like it's good and bad, right? If he's streaky, it's really, really good. But overall, this was a great team effort. Darren Fox played well. Everybody played well. I can't. You had the chase down block, aka LeBron James, Luke Cornett.
He's a saint.
That was crazy because he had that block. They fast break back. They hit a 2, so that was like a 4-point swing right there.
I think they put him up by 7, right? Because of that block.
And there were chances for Spurs that it all falls sort of it crumbles all because the Thunder just didn't like flop over and said, you know what I mean? Like they kept themselves into it, and especially shout out to Cason Wallace. He had like 14 points in the fourth quarter.
Oh yeah,
that
was scaring me, man. That was scaring me to watch.
He was hot. He was the guy who kept them in. Shea carried them obviously throughout the rest of the game, and he was very, very streaky. He had, I don't know if it was second or third quarter, I can't remember, where he had like 11 in a row. But Cason Wallace kept them in the game. Overall, look, great fourth quarter. That was beautiful to watch. So that was great. But yeah, look, the better team won. That's a fact. The better team won today. No one from the Thunder showed up other than Shea. Cason Wallace. Cason Wallace showed up, obviously, and Shea. But other than that, there was some rough games from a couple folks, especially Chet. And you guys remember when I said, let's play this series out and let's see how Chet performs. Let's see if he can get better, if he can adapt. He got worse. The longer the series moved on, he got worse. That's a problem.
How are you'll
have to have, like, we can talk about this later, but you'll have to have some tough decisions in the off season, because I looked at their salary cap situation. I looked at every single contract of theirs.
It's gonna kick in next year, yeah. Chat and J-Dub.
That's what I mean. J-Dub as well.
Yeah.
So let me get the numbers. We can do that right now, real quick. Yeah. So what do we got? Are we back?
So I believe J-Dub, Chat, both extension is kicking in next season, and then you have Lou Dort and Huntston on a team option. Lou Dort. Speaking of Lou Dort, he gave you 3 points. I know his thing is defense, but when you when you need to go all in, all out, I would have put in Jared McCain or actually Alex Caruso, who's also a great defender, but also so much better offensively, and he's showing you that this series.
Besides today, let's
keep it to but I mean,
he had 2 dead games. You remember when he had 0 points, like 28 minutes? He had some stinkers in the series.
He was quite
Caruso.
Streaky. Yeah,
Caruso?
Yeah.
But Lou Dort gave you 3 points. He gave you 12 tonight. Yeah, so I'd rather have that than.
Let's be for real. Lugens Dort, all right, did not show up this series at all. You guys.
Has he played well this whole?
No,
playoffs?
He didn't. He's been shooting like crap the entire series. He did not play good at all. And let's kind of keep it there, because seriously, if I am the OKC GM and I'm looking at this series, the first person who I'm kicking off the team is not Chet Holmgren, is not J-Dub, even though these two guys, their salaries just, especially Chet's, I'm not paying you this much to be doing the stuff that you're doing. It's just as simple as that. But when it came to Lugens Dort, he's getting shipped off first. See you later.
He's making 18 million though. Yeah. That's I mean, look, the bottom line is they'll have to make some moves this offseason, because so their salary cap hit next year is 250 million. This year it was 186, right? And then we're looking at the aprons. The first apron this year was 195 million, so they were just under. The second apron was 207, right? And you only had 2 teams over the apron this year, which is the Knicks. Yeah, they're just under 3. They're under by 300 grand. So you had one single team being over the second apron, that's the bad one, 212 million, so 5 million over the apron for the Cavs, right? Everyone else was under that, and there were only no team over the first one. So it was just the Warriors, the Knicks over the first one, and then the Cavs over the second one. So this is it, right? So you got to be down there. So if you're looking at a $250 million bill next year, that won't happen. Because I'm not sure if the owner of the OKC, who owns the Thunder, I don't know. Is that a group or is that a dude? Bottom line is they'll have to pay $100 million in luxury tax. I don't know if they're too happy about that.
No, they're not.
I need more from Chet. Last season,
Chet was you can't have that.
He got
last
scared.
year.
He got scared.
Last year in the finals against the Pacers, he averaged 12 points. 9 rebounds.
He averaged 9 points this series.
And
straight up.
His big money is kicking in. His big money is kicking in next season. So if you're not gonna give me that type of number, man, if I'm paying you, how much is he making again? Is it 250, 275?
254.
254 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 254 for 5, and you got
Jalen
Williams on
right?
247. 247.
Sorry, my bad. Yeah,
and that's crazy money
dollar
for him as well. I'm not. You know what I mean?
For J-Dub?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is this. Obviously, Wemby will expose you extra.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So he looks. If that's against any other team, I think Chet would have played a bit better. But problem is, you'll face those Spurs every year potentially now. For the foreseeable future,
they have to.
So that they'll have to. This is a problem, and the Spurs will only get better from here. This is the scary thing.
Oh yeah.
Whatever happens in the finals, Wemby is from the outside looking in. He's someone who intrinsically looks, reflects on how to get better, this and that. He's a thinker. He's smart. He'll get better. That young squad will get better.
And especially if you have a look at the salaries on that team, they're not paying. They're not paying no one nothing, right? No one's making any money besides De'Aaron Fox. Wemby still has another year on his rookie contract.
Yeah, the Spurs cap hit was 186. So they were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They were 8th in the league, bottom, in terms of cap hit.
And what's it called? Harrison Barnes. His contract is done this year. They're gonna get rid of Kelly Olynyk's contract. That's what took up a good chunk as well. I think he was making still $18 million, and he was a bench warmer.
Yeah.
So
and the thing is, also there's good vibes from the Spurs all over. Everyone loves each other. They love playing for each other. Pop is still around and all that. The coach seems great. People would want to go there. You know what I mean? Free agents, they'll want to play there because they're building something great over there. So they'll have no problems attracting six players, 7, 8, good bench players, fringe starters.
Can I pose a question to you guys then? If I'm the San Antonio Spurs, forget about whether or not they win the chip this upcoming finals, right? They're clearing, I believe it's going to be after HB's contract is up. They'll probably renegotiate something new, and it'll probably be a much lower contract. And when it comes to Kelly Olynyk, same deal. They're not going to be paying him, $16 million a year. So they're going to be getting $30 million in cap space, probably, give or take. Right?
LeBron?
Who are you going to be giving that Who are you going to be giving that $30 million a year to?
Me.
No one's renegotiating a new contract next year either. I think
give it to me. I'll carry one.
I haven't looked into it. That could be a cool segment down the road. But bottom line is, I don't know who's available. Just decent players, just good players like Caruso type of guys. Just something, or maybe give me a shooter off the bench, someone who can score when Wemby's.
I like a good Chris Middleton kind of player. Would fit kind of perfectly.
But you also need a big coming off the bench.
Oh yeah,
someone who is more athletic than Dort.
An actual power forward would be just fantastic.
Yeah, so someone big who's kind of athletic, but obviously that's expensive. But they'll have some flexibility.
Andre Drummond.
OKC doesn't have that. I'm curious. No, stop it.
He's massive.
I don't know what OKC will do. It'll be cool to see what maybe, I don't know. I don't. They could. I don't know how they can play the salary cap to make all this work.
I'm just worried about the J-Dub situation as well. It's kind of a situation where it's like a Joel Embiid situation and a PG-13 situation where you're paying these guys so much money and you're getting like, how much did they get out of J-Dub this series? He was supposed to be healthy.
But he's
he
he's
played
hurt.
good in, what was it, game 2?
Yeah.
Game 2? That was it.
He's hurt, so I mean, you don't want to play around with that.
But how often is he hurt?
I do still think that his contract will age poorly, though.
It will.
But like, it's a lot of money. In his last year, he'll make 54 million.
Availability is the best ability for a good reason, guys. Availability is the best ability, and when J-Dub hasn't straight up been available, maybe again in the like NBA Cup, but when it matters most in the playoffs, you need your guys to be healthy. And unfortunately, when your guys really aren't playing that many games together, and that's like the biggest flaw about OKC, unfortunately, their guys don't play together often. How many games did their starting five play together this year? Like 9? 10, 11 maybe.
I mean
right?
that's what long series, like long seasons do to you. They played like how many games the year before, right?
That's it was nothing. They played like
short
14
short off season.
That's why going back to back is tough, because you play so much basketball and then you have shorter
100 plus games. 100 plus games. You play into June.
Yeah. So it's not an easy thing to do, man. Like, hey, there's a lot of mileage on your body.
Yeah.
And then, a few months down the road, you got to come back, training camp, whatever it is. You got to start all over again, hope that you can win, be as good. It's tough to go back to back. And, and the fact that these guys push these guys, the reigning champs of OKC, to 7 games, and also Pacers pushed them to 7 games. It's a big, question mark there, but hey, it's.
Now I'm still very surprised that the Spurs went through looking at it, not watching the games. Now the last game, I think the Spurs just played overall better, started better and ended better. But like I thought, they'll need another year or two to mature. But no, they're here. They're here.
Yeah,
they're here.
And now that they are here, let's talk finals. Knicks, Spurs. Who do we have?
Knicks in 4.
You said OKC in 6, brother, and then we'll have that.
I did. Well, I'm a Spurs fan, but I thought I was being, more intelligent and be like, oh, OKC got this. But now that the hate watch is done, I will be supporting the Knicks. I'm joking, but I think it's gonna be a great. It's so hard to pick because I just want to see a great series. I don't want to see a one-sided series because Spurs is hurt or whatever, or they're tired. I just hope it's 6-7 games of great battle. But I will pick. I have the Knicks as much as I love the Spurs and those guys. I'm gonna go Knicks in 7 games.
What about you, Camille?
Oh, that one's impossible. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, just give me a coin. I'm gonna flip the coin here because that's who's going to win. It's impossible to predict.
It's so difficult.
It's impossible.
I'm surprised you don't know, Austin. What do you mean?
Well, look. At the end of the day, Spurs in 6, right? But
you don't want to go Game 7 against those cats.
That is absolutely correct.
With 39 points average on an elimination game.
Forget about it.
You don't want that.
Like, look, at the end of the day, they have played some absolute flop, flop as in like terrible, not flop as in SGA. Because at the end of the day, the Spurs have had to play some true competition compared to what the Knicks have had to play. It's just as simple as that. Other than Atlanta in that first series, they have had no adversity in the past 2 rounds. Straight up.
That's just how good they are.
And
putting these guys early.
Absolutely can attribute that to how good the Knicks are, because seriously, they are. Like, they're a great team. They're so good.
Great.
Like, I will glaze them 100%. However, if the Thunder made it to the finals, I would have had the Thunder at 6.
Really?
Yeah. I wouldn't have had the Knicks winning that. I just don't think the matchup is there. The Knicks kind of just wouldn't have had the competition to do it. Maybe because the Thunder were tired. Maybe like they would have lost one. Probably
Even
at
with
home.
J-Dub and AJ Mitchell out.
Would AJ Mitchell have made it back?
I mean, J-Dub might play, but he might re-trigger his hamstring again. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Look,
I thought that this the Knicks is sorry, not the Knicks. The Spurs is a tougher matchup for the Knicks just because of Wemby.
and they've controlled Wemby. They have. It's just more of a case now of who punches who in the face harder first, and then who wins not at home first. Like, don't get me wrong, the Spurs won 2 of their 4 games away, so I don't think it really matters in the case of home games for the San Antonio Spurs. MSG definitely plays a big impact now and a much bigger role than anything
God,
this
man.
series, because seriously, right? Having New York fans and just like the atmosphere,
And they travel
at
as well.
MSG,
They travel as well.
Killer. It's gonna be killer.
They're gonna be there in San Antonio as well.
Oh yeah, they are. Oh yeah, they are. Especially because they can afford the tickets. They can afford
I
the
think
tickets.
Spurs play first, right?
Yeah, they do play the Spurs first. So it's only 3 games at MSG compared to 4.
Who's guarding? Who did guard Wemby in those last games they played? Was it just Cat?
It was
or
Cat.
Brunson?
It was Cat,
Mitchell?
Robinson, and a bit of Hart
Mitchell,
and
right?
OG.
You got to throw.
It was a lot. It was a
Mitchell
very
at him, yeah.
big mixed bag.
Yeah.
However, like Wemby does have the advantage over them. It just depends. Like, I think it really is going to be like how it was against OKC. It just depends how well this man performs. It's just as simple as that. Like, at the end of the day, they lost that cup final, and a big part of that was because Wemby was playing like off. His grandma died like the day of the game, right? I don't know if you guys remember that, but it was like a whole like mental battle thing, and it was just like, I couldn't do it today. Fair enough, bigger than basketball is just like how it goes.
Yeah.
But we'll see who's healthy as well. At the end of the day, like no Mitch Robinson now in a series like this is pretty killer when you have to defend against, or not no Mitch Robinson, but like broken finger Mitch Robinson. Like, it's just not great circumstantial wise when the best player is a center rather than the best player being a shooting guard in SGA. I'm excited for the games though.
Let's see.
I just want to see a good series, man. That's it.
Let's see.
I think it really just comes down to Castle defending Brunson. That will be the matchup that we'll have to see. He's done it against SGA. He did it like literally against the league MVP. I believe he can do a fine job against defending JB, but I don't the meme is people say you're better than Jalen Brunson until it's time to be better than Jalen Brunson. So we really will have to see. But I believe the Spurs defenders can have him at least in some kind of chokehold. And I do think they can do it. The Spurs went up against a team who swept their last 2 series and did it. If they did that against OKC, I think they can do it against the
It's also great to have two iconic franchises in the finals, right? Because last year we had 2. They're iconic, but they're small market. Pacers small market. OKC's might be
Adam Silver's happy.
Yeah, Adam Silver is a happy chappy.
The fact that now you have a New York team and a historic franchise like the Spurs. I mean, I'm sure Adam Silver is happy. He's won. You know what I'm saying?
The
by
NBA
just looking at that
today.
Yeah.
It wasn't just because OKC lost. It was because they got a franchise player against a franchise team. It was just as simple as that. I also do think that having history repeat itself again with that 1999 finals is great for the league too. It's fantastic for the old heads as well, the ones who were there for the finals back then, to kind of like relive this again, nearly 30 years on. So it really does play into the marketing of this, like, fantastic. It would be a very great get back for the Knicks if they do win it against the Spurs, considering the last time they were there, they lost it. It will also be great poetry if the Knicks do lose it against the Spurs as well. I think that'd be fucking hilarious if they lose it.
Again.
But we'll see. I think the biggest factors is Wemby playing good and whether or not the defense against Jalen Brunson is there. And especially because JB does a lot of ISO attacks, and also those 3-point shooters performing the way that they have the past two series too on New York.
I'm looking forward because Mike Brown has been using Cat as this like facilitator. I'm interested to see.
He's been a great coach for that team. He truly has been a great coach for that team. It's just that he got shafted with having to coach the Sacramento Kings for
Sacramento Kings, D Fox, Harrison Barnes, Mike Brown in the finals, and then you have Sacramento Kings all the way down at the bottom.
Camille, what did you think when they changed coaches from Thibodeau to it was Tibbs, right? Yeah, Tibbs to Mike Brown.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't look good with the Kings, but I don't know who would have looked good with the Kings.
It's one of those things. Playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, is it hard to get into the playoffs these days with,
I mean, in the West, probably.
No, but what was their seed? They were pretty they were the highest.
Fourth, no?
They were pretty good.
They were the fifth.
For Sacramento standards, let's keep it a buck here.
I mean,
for Sacramento standards.
But look, good fit. That's what I'm gonna say. Good fit. I like him. I think he's great in interviews and all that kind of thing. So whatever, it's just clicking over there. Whatever they're having over in New York, it's just clicking.
I like the
they were third. They were third in the West.
All right, good for them. How did it end up for them though?
Yeah, they lost in the first round against who was it? Golden State. They lost against Golden State. First round.
Light the beam, baby.
Yeah. Look, solid coach. Thibs is an interesting coach. He's just gonna play heavy minutes with everyone, with the starters. That's a certain style.
But they have they have a much deeper bench now than they did in the past 2 years too.
Yeah, but the Knicks are not playing their bench as much, right? They play
not as much, but
the starting five. Yeah, they play heavy minutes, which is whatever. They don't play much, so
it depends on the performance as well. I remember seeing Jordan Clarkson hit 4 threes in the Cup final. That was ridiculous when I saw that.
Landry Shamet has been
those guys on the bench have been really good. Landry Shamet, very good. Mitch Robinson, very good.
Yeah.
It's just
Deuce.
Shamet's 3-point shooting has been incredible off the bench for them.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to see that ever. I really did not expect to ever see that.
No.
And speaking of heavy minutes, the fact that they've been resting this whole time, they can go against Spurs heavy. You know what I'm saying? Those guys has been sitting at home, studying them, waiting to play. I hope they're not rusty. Probably a bit rusty.
Probably will be.
Especially playing against a...
We saw it with OKC and the Spurs. Spurs came out of Game 6 and then punched them in the mouth. It's just everyone says, "Oh, the rest is so good for these teams." But every time I see a well-rested team against a team that is doing somewhat decent, it feels like the teams that who have come out punching will just punch first and punch hard. But we'll see. We will see.
I can't wait, man. When is that? Thursday? Wednesday?
Thursday.
Woo.
For us at least. Thursday for us.
Yeah. In the future.
Jeremy Sohan also getting his guaranteed ring by the end of this series. I know no one really cares about Jeremy Sohan.
He hasn't played, has he? He hasn't played at all, has he?
He hasn't played a single meaningful minute for the Knicks, but
he's a clapper. Pause.
At the end of the day, he can clap all he wants because he's getting a guaranteed ring.
That's right.
And I guess that's all that matters for the man, because seriously, good for him. He's getting a ring, and look at us.
Yeah, well, and paid millions.
Yeah,
shout out to him.
That is correct.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Anything
I'm
else?
excited to see this final series. I am.
Yeah, it's good, man.
Thank you for watching, everyone. I have Spurs in 6 or Spurs in 7. I hope it's Spurs in 6, but Adam
Knicks in
Silver,
7, baby.
we'll call the extender probably. Tony
Just got
Brothers will
flashed,
probably
bro.
referee one of these games as well.
I might
We'll
pop
see
up
who he
into there.
favors, but let's hope that before any of these games for the finals, no one's looking at the referees. And I don't think it will be happening.
Let them play.
The San Antonio Spurs saved basketball today, and that's what matters. Thank you for watching, though, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, help the channel grow. That would be amazing. But yeah, peace out from all of us.
See ya. Love you guys. Bye-bye.